What is going on, family? My apologies, guys. I was having technical difficulties, but it is 9:12 p.m. Eastern Time on February 19th, guys. Welcome to Digital Goats Academy, where I'm your host, the Digital Goat, guys. As we go over some plays, normally, normally I do my weekly overlook, guys, just giving you what I think the market may be doing this week. But today we're just going to do some live trading, guys, some setups that I'm looking at personally within the market. And just kind of go from there, guys. So I'm not going to really be that interactive today. No worries, but I'm gonna just call out some plays on what I'm looking at. And you guys can do with whatever you want to do with that information. And then, yeah, let's have a successful trading week this week, guys. So welcome to everybody that's out there. If you follow me, guys, as always, please comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell as well so you guys stay up to date on all my content as we are rocking and rolling. So EURGBP, right? Excuse me, my voice is a little hoarse, guys. Hold on. So Euro GBP, right? Euro British pound, right? We have been in an uptrend. Now, this was, what was this? September 2020, where the market decided to fall down. And as we entered into 2022, we were bullish. We had a move where, the euro actually jumped up pretty fast, creating pretty much the liquidity point. So we know that there's money up here. And at this point, it just makes sense for this euro to head up and collect at least a percentage of this, if not 100% of it. So just kind of self-explanatory, just looking at it, guys, the market is up. The only thing that could affect it is news. And if you see, I had a pattern that was prior to, right? So if you look at this pattern, this is a falling wedge pattern, guys, where pretty much price starts consolidating upwards, giving you that perception. It's almost like a bullish flag. Well, it's almost like a bullish flag a bearish flag in the sense, but we know that if it's a bearish flag, it has to create a flagpole prior to that, and then create that consolidation point where the market starts to fall down. But it does the opposite. So if you look at it, it creates the flagpole on the opposite side. So this isn't the real depiction of it, guys. But as you see, if this was a bearish flag, price would have came down from there and then dropped down. That would have made a little bit more sense. So this is a falling wedge. You guys can look that up on your own at your own time. Now I could be saying this opposite of the rising wedge. Like I may have this backwards, guys. So if I do, which I don't think I do, but if I do, this will be a rising wedge. Just understand it's doing the opposite. It's rising up so it can fall down, and then it's falling down so it can rise up. I think this is considered a rising wedge. Sorry if I'm like all over the place, guys, but it doesn't matter. Once you see the pattern, it will make clear sense to you guys pretty much. But whenever we discover this pattern only has one move, right? So whenever it's finishing its downtrend move, as you see right here, the market will start to pretty much travel up, which it did already. So it did right here, created that sell point, but we didn't have structure form up there, so it's pretty much untapped money that's up there, guys. So what the market should want to do is continue to rise up and fill in these gaps or fill in this liquidity point, creating resistance somewhere up here, and then from there you'll make a decision on if the market is falling down or not. This pattern can work two ways. It can blow through the resistance. So just to kind of give you guys a depiction like this, like if this pattern was to be true in this direction, right, it could blow through the resistance, creating, an uptrend, guys, starting to move, retest there and make its way back up. Or what it could do is snake its way up, giving you a fake out and then dropping all the way down, right? creating pretty much structure. Right now, we're in a consolidation point on the monthly time frame. So pretty much wherever price decides to break out on this time frame, we'll know that direction. But until then, we have to hit it at a certain level of resistance, guys. So it's trying to meet probably this resistance up here. And if you just turn it back to a candlestick, you can see that there's liquidity up there. Pretty much these wicks are the market is gonna be attracted to that until, you know, news fills that in. But we're not in the trading session for the euro or the British pound, but I do believe that we're still bullish. So right now you'll probably be in some type of consolidation phase. So it's not really a prime time to trade it, but to me the move is already there, or the pathway is already there, guys. So we just scale down to a smaller time frame. We want to see the same thing that we're seeing on the higher time frame, right? Okay. And this is my 21. So some of you guys may use the 50 EMA. I use a 21. To me, it is a little bit more precise. Somebody that I personally know actually showed this to me. I use other EMAs, guys, and I'm actually going to talk about indicators on our Tuesday call. So if you guys want to join me there, it won't be live. You'll have to view the recording. But if you're looking for mentorship in trading, guys, if you're looking for a community to participate, drop me a message at the digital underscore GOAT. I'm going to say that again. That's on IG. The digital underscore GOAT, guys. You can follow me on my IG, and then that'll lead you to like my other pages if you guys are looking for a community. So right now we are bullish. Price has actually created a move to the downside. So if you look at this, this is actually a perfect depiction of a rising wedge, guys, right? So if I just draw a channel right here, what time frame is this? An hour? Where is, I always do this. Actually, let's look that up real quick. Let me actually look this up real quick. Make sure I got the right. Yeah, rising wedge. So it's rising up. I had that backwards, guys. So that's a rising wedge, right? Where are we at? So this is a rising wedge, and what is supposed to happen within this market is that this market is supposed to fall down, which it did after it breaks structure, and actually pop back up, guys. So the move is normally, when you identify this pattern, the move is normally when the drop happens. So if you see the market not dropping anymore, guys, more than likely, because it has high momentum whenever this pattern is around, more than likely, depending on the time frame, you know, the market session that you're in, the pattern has already been completed and stuff. And if you look right here, just on the hour time frame, we're just focusing on the hour time frame. Price did in fact create some sort of structure, right? So let's just look at it. We did in fact create structure. Matter of fact, 3 times. So it just depends if price wants to come back here and sneak down here and grab this touch this EMA. Did we touch that already? Yeah, you see how perfectly bounced off of it, even if it was just like a wick entry. I would actually prefer structure, but this is still good enough for me to say that, okay, we have an upward pattern. My next thing would be, okay, if I'm still skeptical, what is the currency strength metering say, guys? So if you have the currency heat wave, currency heat wave application or the currency strength meter. I actually don't like the currency strength meter. That's a website. I'd rather use the application. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna see what the strengths are currently. All right. So euro's at a 3.29 and British pound is at a 4. So basically what they're showing, knowing that it's on a number scale between 1 to 9. Obviously, under 5 would be considered weak. Above 5 would be considered strong. So they're both weak right now. So when you look at that, guys, when you see those numbers, I like it by number, but it still gives you a good range that right now is consolidating. So exactly what we're seeing in front of us is actually happening on the screen, right? The price is actually consolidating. So there's really no true victor, even though, you know, British pound is somewhat stronger, right? But we've already identified that we are in an uptrend. Could we decide to come back down a little bit further? Absolutely. There's a lot of resistance down here, but it just depends on what the market wants to do overall, guys. So we're in consolidation. I have to respect the last move that I made after consolidation, which is a bullish uptrend, guys, right? So we are in a bullish uptrend. We broke out of that zone, but we actually came down here to touch resistance. So to me, more than likely, we're still bullish until proven otherwise. I like this move. And yeah, guys, I actually want to take this up. Let's do this. Let's get a break here first. Let me see. Yeah, that can come back down. Yeah, so we're consolidating. So what I want to see price do is break this resistance zone right here. That's around 84. Let's keep it at an odd number. $888.50. Where we at? Now my bias off of off of the euro, well, one, the pattern, but also it's off of it's strengthened by news as well, guys. I follow a lot of fundamentals in the market. So if you guys been paying attention, members of the European Central Bank, they were talking about, they were expecting like a more hawkish hawkish season for the euro coming up shortly. We kind of had that movement happen with the euro USD, euro against the dollar, guys. Last week, last Friday, or what was that, Thursday? That was either Friday or Thursday, where the euro got extremely bullish after falling down that entire week. Man, did it fall down that entire week. So a lot of analysts and big figures are expecting the euro to gain some bullish momentum, guys. So once data is priced in, that normally is confirmed, and we'll start seeing the movements. But we do want to wait for the market to pretty much give us a little bit more information. So you don't enter unless you get like a break and retest on, let's say, the 30 minutes to like 45. Probably hour would be better. I'll say 30 minutes is probably good. Let's see. So something like this, if the market decided to come down. And again, I know I may have some more experienced traders on the call, guys. So, you guys make do with what you want to do. But, I'm trying to keep it fair between, experienced traders and new traders, that we want to kind of wait for a structure to be broken. So if you just look right here, this is structure. So we want it to be broken on the upside, even if it decides to come back low, and then retest within this zone. So it could retest within our price level, or it could dive a little deeper within this within the support structure, and then make its way to the upside, guys. So we're not looking at a lot, because today is, what is today? Today's Sunday. So we're not looking like at a bunch of moves. We're just looking to make a couple, and back at this level of support. I like that, actually. I mean, back at this level of resistance, I like that. So where are we at? 89353. 89353. 89353. That is 50 pips. Eight, 9, 3, 5, 3. And then let's do. Yeah. Eight, 9, 2, 4, 3. It's 25 pips. All right, so we're just gonna wait on price to break that zone, guys. You know, again, my experience, guys, that's out there. You do whatever you want to do based off the information you have. Obviously, trust and verify, but that's what I'm looking at once I get my alert to pop up. So that is for EURGBP. Let's look at New Zealand dollar. Actually, I don't want to look at that because the dollar it doesn't have any momentum because of President's Day. Actually, I do want to look at it. I'm going to talk about at least Japanese yen because I was talking about this last week to the team, to my community guys, where I do believe that we are going to be bearish for the USDJPY. We've been bullish last week. We hit a consolidation zone. So what I'm thinking is that we're going to get a break. If it definitely breaks the zone, we are bearish. But I'm looking at it to be bearish for like a correction, not to be like, you know, we're bearish into like a selling point, guys. So once the market breaks this resistance, breaks this consolidation zone, that's what I'm looking for. I'll have a little bit more data. But again, I know we have more experienced traders on there, guys. So if you see an opportunity, take advantage of it. But I am looking for the dollar to sell against the Japanese yen. Now, the only thing that is with that is that the Japanese yen is in risk of deflation, guys. So again, stay up to date on your fundamentals. It's in risk of deflation. Let's actually look at that. So this is the index. I use indexes to help kind of figure out what's going on with that specific currency instead of being surprised like why it had a big ass spike or a big downside shift. And I was just confused about it. The only thing I could say is news, but I can't find any news. This tends to help in place of news, guys. So you see all these gaps that the market has created. Make no mistake, the market is going to want to come back and collect that. So for instance, over here, there's a gap right there. Hell, there's a gap that was created as the market opened up today, if you see. So if the market starts collecting these gaps, now it just depends on how strong or weak the dollar is. But if the market starts collecting these gaps, guys, which I do believe that this is the week that the market is going to collect these potential gaps that it created, and then, you know, make a downshift, just turn this to a line chart to make it make sense to you, right? So if the market, you know, pops back up, this would be respecting the previous low that it broke out of, and that would make total sense for the market to do that. Even if it came up higher, it could definitely create resistance within here and then decide to pop down or pop all the way up. I would love that, because if it did pop all the way up, that means UJ is definitely coming down. Are y'all following me? Is that making sense? Now, anytime you hear news about, normally what news tries to do, guys, is that it does like the opposite. So it'll give you what the move is, but it won't happen right then and there. So if you spot that information, like, oh, such and such is supposed to have this type of reaction in the market, wait for it. Just be in preparation. Just don't be surprised when it happens. The only thing you would need is like some type of big news to come out. So use whatever resource you use, whether it's Bloomberg or my FX book. Well, I use both of them interchangeably, but it will make sense. We got a lot of money left over here. If I just turn it back to a candlestick, especially with this imbalance right here, guys, a lot of money left over. If you just look at that, that's just money left over in the markets. Where's my emojis? Where's my emojis? Money right here. Money down here, money right here, guys. So pretty much these are points that the market could decide to attack to pretty much recoup what the banks gave out the last couple of weeks and then decide to. I could definitely see the Japanese yen creating a higher high. I don't believe that. Obviously, I'm gonna go with what price is showing me, but I don't believe we're out of the neck of the woods for the dollar to at least retrace, guys. I do believe we're bullish overall for the dollar, but I am looking for some type of pullback. If we don't get it, cool. But if we do, no surprise, right? So if the Japanese yen decides to buy up against the dollar, what we should expect is for the USDJPY to start getting bearish, guys. Just only to return back to some of these correction points. If not, dive a little bit deeper for a better buying opportunity. So I could definitely see like there's money down here for the market to actually potentially swipe it, right? But that doesn't mean that we're bearish. That just means that the market saw opportunity collect. Again, it's already priced in. We just don't know, guys. So when the market decides to make its way back down here, specifically UJ, that's not saying that the dollar is bearish. If you look at it, this is my imaginary trend line, right? What do we know about trading? It broke my trend line, my downtrend line, and what should happen? Well, we should have a potential retest. Well, that retest could be all the way down here to match up. Make no mistake, guys, even though you draw these, you'll see that price respects your imaginary trend line because the banks are using this information as well. You're not staying up to date with the banks. You're just trying to catch the moves when they jump in the market. But don't be surprised if UJ was to potentially decide to come all the way back down here and even a little bit lower. I would love that. I would love that for a better buying position, just to take the market, because from there, I know it'll rubber band sky high, right? So I don't think we're out of the neck of the woods when it comes to the DXY, guys, the dollar index itself. So just be prepared for that. There could be a potential downshift in the market. That one for this dollar that would create support, which we would love. If not, it could dive a little bit deeper, just creating a better buying position for the dollar. I can see both, but again, if you've been following Bloomberg, guys, you can see that nobody knows what's going on in this market. And that's perfectly fine because, again, if you just play off a price action, that's what you'll get, right? You'll get the move based off of price action. So USDJPY, let me give you guys a potential setup. As you can see, it looks like it's already making that downshift. Look, another gap. So when the market comes here, don't be surprised when it comes here. Now, that's not saying that when it comes down here, that the market actually sweep that and then just continue selling. This could be the area where the market wants to get bullish at, right? You just got to pay attention to this. But more than likely, the market's going to crash through this, guys. More than likely. Too much money down here. I don't even see good structure for the market to actually make like support off of. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see no type of structure for the market to make like, yeah. Now we could have a pop up, again, news can impact a lot of stuff, guys. It is Sunday going into Monday, but overall, I think this thing is going to sweep the market, right? So just be prepared that it may create some type of resistance right here. If it does, you guys will have a move, but what we'll wait for, because again, with the market, it's about being patient, right? To just get a better confirmation, what we'll wait for. Let's do here, yeah. Because that way, what is that, 20 pips? What is that? 134.387. If you're wondering why I'm being so point specific, these are bank numbers. If you know anything about the macro theory, I will go into that later on as we move forward into this year, guys. But this is what I'm looking at. We want to break and retest of this market. Obviously, you want this to be like on the 30-minute or, you know, anywhere from the 30-minute to the hour time frame for your better confirmation. And then just make a decision from there, guys, right? So we're not going to do nothing crazy. We got the whole week ahead of us. So just make a couple of dollars and be satisfied with what you make, right? What is that? 319. $20. Now, I do recommend seeing what the currency rate. I mean, obviously you can see it on the price, but seeing how much you guys would make with these currencies. So I'm gonna drop that in the description, a website that I use, which is from, I forgot what website I use, but it's called the Profit Calculator, and you'll be able to use that information to determine how much you may potentially make. So that'll kind of gauge with your lot size and your account size, like what you should be aiming for and what you'll be at. So that way, if you don't need to aim for 20 pips and it's like 10 and 15 pips is good for you, you can make that decision from there. Got it? So yeah, guys, I'm gonna do indicators on Tuesday. We're gonna kind of break down what indicators are, what the purpose of them are for, and how to better use them, guys. So again, if you guys want that access within my community, reach out to me on Instagram. My IG tag is _the_GOAT, guys. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys as always for those that support me, man. I can't thank you enough, man. I'm really serious about that. And guys, like, this is going to be a great week a great month for traders, but as always, it's always going to be a great week no matter what. So appreciate you guys' time. I'm going to leave this up for like 30 more seconds while I'm talking. 30 more seconds, guys. As always, you know, hit that like button. Make sure you guys comment. I love the feedback. I want to know if I'm doing good, if I'm doing bad. If you just got something to say for support. If you don't want to support, like whatever the case may be, I'm open to it, guys. Not to mention, hit that subscribe button. I am getting a lot more views. So if you guys just need that reminder, hit that subscribe button, as well as hit that notification bell so you stay up to date on all my content, guys. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. As always, see you guys at the top because we're taking everybody to the top with us. See you guys Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, man.